Hello my beautiful butterflies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beverly and it's really lovely to see you today. In this video I'm going to be telling you 5 things that help my mental health, so grab a cup of tea, let's get to it. So I think we all aim to help ourselves in any little way that we can. I've struggled with mental health issues since I was like 14 years old, so a long time, and these are just 5 little things that I do and I try to do every single day that help me. They're no way a cure. I'm not claiming that if you do these things you're going to be better, but I am saying that maybe give them a try. They might just help you a little bit. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. But let's get to it, shall we? So the first thing that I do is meditation and mindfulness. And I know we've all heard it so many times, but my blog is called Blooming Mindfulness. So it's in there on every video more or less. But meditation doesn't just mean sitting there for 5 minutes in complete silence. That to me is terrifying. I should not be left alone with my thoughts, and I keep busy so that my thoughts, I can't pay attention to them. Meditation for me is spending maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes a day sitting down and listening to a guided meditation. Now that can be a guided meditation on pain, it can be something for depression, it can be something for my anxiety, it can be something where I go and just have a jolly good time in another country. Like, I love meditations where they're just talking you through something, and it can be so diverse. There's so much out there. For free here on YouTube, there are millions of meditations. Also, I'll leave a link down below to the meditation app that I use, and it's called Insight Timer. And every day that I use it, I always share to my Instagram what meditation I've tried that day, and then if you press on the picture it will take you to that meditation. So if you want to see what I'm up to, go and have a look. My Instagram is linked below. But meditation is kind of like a palate cleanser after you've been to sleep. Your brain kind of gets into this default thoughts running through your head at 5 million times, and it's really hard to then slow it down. Meditation just slows it down, and then you can be in the moment, which is mindfulness. Now, mindfulness isn't ignoring the past and the future. It isn't ignoring thoughts and emotions. What it actually is just being mindful of what your thoughts are. So I could be in a good mood and then something will happen, and like a flick of a switch, I'll suddenly feel depressed or anxious or something. Because I'm being mindful, I pick up on those thoughts faster than I would if I was not being mindful. Because of that, I can then find what the trigger was, and it helps me to work on things. It helps me then to know what I need to work on. So it's a really great way of just keeping an eye on your thoughts, which, let's be honest, when you've got mental health issues, that's the problem. Our own thoughts, our own mind cannot be trusted. And so to keep an eye on those things, so important. So number 1 will always be meditation and mindfulness. Number 2 is to establish a nighttime routine. Now, for me, it's getting in bed about 8 o'clock, 8:30, and then I lie in bed and I'll watch a film or I'll watch a TV show. 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock goes off and I go to sleep. I try to go to sleep at the same time, thereabouts, every night. It's something that I battle with because my husband does shift work, and so when he's home late, there's not a lot I can do about it. But having a nighttime routine where you always do the same things, you always have a cup of tea and your medications, for me, this is my nighttime routine. If you want me to do a whole video of just my nighttime routine at the moment, I can definitely do that for you. But I usually have a cup of tea, then I'll go to the bathroom, wash my face, clean my teeth, get into my PJs, watch some TV in bed on my iPad, because we don't actually have a TV in our bedroom. No point if you've got an iPad or a Kindle or something. And then we go to sleep about 10:30. Having a nighttime routine and making sure that you're sleeping and getting as much rest as you can, so important. And also an extra added bonus tip is that if you struggle to sleep because of your thoughts and worries and anxiety gets high, listen to a podcast to go to sleep to. We listen to Ricky Gervais podcasts from years ago. We listen to them every night and I fall to sleep laughing most nights. It's really nice. But if you can find a podcast that uplifts you, that gives you advice, that maybe sleep stories, things like that, you can find all sorts of things, maybe even an audiobook that you can just put on and concentrate on that and just concentrate on breathing deeply and relaxing. Best thing I ever did, because I used to be in silence and my thoughts would be so loud that I couldn't even think straight. But now I sleep well because I have a routine and I listen to a podcast. The next one is to move the energy in the house around. Now, I do this by opening the windows every morning, as long as it's not stormy. It's been really stormy the last few days, but I still just open them just a little bit, let fresh air in. And I also will light some incense on my altar, and the incense kind of moves everything around, gets the energy moving. But you could use a fan, move around in the space, get some fresh air in. It really helps get rid of that stagnant energy, because stagnant energy can be so triggering and so difficult to work with. It can cause depression, it can cause all sorts of problems. If the only thing you do is this, it's going to make such a big difference. Just open the windows in the morning, get some fresh air moving about, as long as it's not too cold, and that will make such a big difference. I promise, it really will, trust me. Number 4 is to get changed when you get up. So I used to sleep in a nightie and then get up and get dressed into pyjamas for the day, and my mum still does this. There's a lot of people who do this, that they have like daytime pyjamas, especially if you're working from home or, pandemic times. But no matter what it is, like, I get dressed. I mean, today I'm in like a 60s look. I love getting dressed in cute outfits. It really helps my mental health personally to find cute vintage outfits to wear each day. I love sharing it on my Instagram, my TikTok. I love just playing around with fashion. But that's not for everyone. But I would suggest that you don't stay in what you've been sleeping in, because it makes your mind feel dopey and sluggish because it's still in sleepy state. So if anything, you can just get into pyjamas, that'd be great, or a fresh nightie or some jogging bottoms and a t-shirt, whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable and a little bit more yourself, do it. Getting dressed, getting changed out of your nightwear makes such a big difference. It really is a big game changer, and I would definitely say do this one, please. And last but not least, number 5 is dance. You heard me right, dance. I love putting on some Britney Spears or some 90s pop and just boogieing. I am constantly dancing. You can ask my husband and my mom. They just ignore me now because I'm just always boogieing around, because it helps lift my mood so much. Whether I'm just sat in a seat, just chair dancing, or if I'm up just doing a little bit of a twist or something. I can't do a lot of dancing because of my chronic fatigue and my disabilities, but I do my best, and I'm not the best dancer. In fact, I'm quite rubbish at it. I don't care. Getting up and having a dance lifts our spirit, especially if you've got some songs that really uplift you. They have to be uplifting songs that really make you just, that mood where you're just like, yes, let's dance, boogie. It lifts you up. For me, it's Britney Spears. For you, it could be something completely different. As long as it's uplifting, poppy, and gets you up, gets you moving, it's just brilliant, because it lifts your spirits so much. It makes you feel buoyant. It might be tiring, and it might be all you can do is just move one arm and kind of get into it. When depression really hits, it can be so difficult to want to do any of these things. I know for myself, I know when my depression is dipping, when I stop cleaning my teeth. As soon as I've noticed, hold on, I haven't cleaned my teeth in like 3 days. Oh, what's going on? I can start to then backtrack, but that comes from mindfulness, because you notice things a lot sooner than you do when you're not practicing mindfulness. But that's not what I'm saying. Right now, what I'm saying is that if you are struggling, getting moving, doing these things, just these 5 things, if that's all you can do, you're doing good. And every day doing those things, getting into a good routine, makes all the difference. I think that's why a lot of people are struggling during this pandemic, because their normal routines have been completely thrown out the window, and that is terrifying. We as humans are creatures of habit, and so to lift our mental health, we need to get into a routine. We need to get into a habit. And I've talked about this before. If you would like me to do more videos about getting a good routine going, about lifting yourselves up, if you want me to do videos on any of these subjects just individually, let me know down in the comments. I absolutely love talking to you all. I get so much out of our conversations, and I definitely think the comments section is the best place to find tips and tricks that other people are doing. So if there's anything that you do that helps your mental health that I have not covered in this, leave it down below in the comments. We are here to help one another, so definitely leave a comment down below. And while you're there, why not leave this video a cheeky little like if it helped you at all? I really hope that it did. I am here to try and put forth what helps me, in the hope that it will help somebody else. So if it did, leave me a little like. And last but not least, if you've been watching my videos, if you enjoy my content, if you like my face, why not head down below and hit that little subscribe button? I would love to have you as part of the family here. You are more than welcome to become a butterfly and get your wings. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell so you always know when I upload. I'm usually here Mondays and Fridays, my health permitting. I always do my very best to be here with you every week, twice a week. I really hope that you got something out of this video. If you did, don't forget to share it around. And why not kick up your feet, have a cup of tea and watch these playlists that I've put together for you. I really hope that you enjoy my content and that you'll stick around. I hope you're having a really wonderful day today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!